What are you trying to get out of this game? I mean, obviously throughout the course of the preseason, you're trying to work on things. Is this game going to be more of a situation that might represent more of the regular season approach?
A little bit. Yeah, I don't know if it'd be exactly the way we want to play. It's going to be the closest to it, Sherm, as far as rotations are concerned. Of course, we still are trying to get where we need to be defensively and offensively, but minutes-wise, we'll ramp up the minutes a little bit for some of the guys. Still probably look at maybe one or two guys at the end of it, but be the closest thing we've had to the 9-man rotation.
Now, obviously, in the preseason, you use a lot of different lineups. Is this one of those situations where you really want to get a good look at your starting unit and kind of see what they can do? And you said extended period, that must be the group you're talking about?
Well, yeah, and again, I think with us, we're not going to look at it more as starters. I think it's more important who finishes, and what groups play well together, whether it's the starters, second unit, into the game unit, defensively and offensively. So we're looking at a lot of different things, units together, even more so than the starters.
Now, obviously, when you get your starters down, do you look at more of that 7th, 8th spot kind of guys that you want to look at the back end of the rotation to see if they're going to be a part of the process?
No question. The 8th, 9th guys is just as important for us to see who that person is, where they fit into the two different teams, because we, first unit, second unit, defensive team, offensive team, who's going to execute at the end of the game. All those things are kind of what you want to see. Whether we get to that in the game tonight, I don't know, but again, another opportunity to get better, whether it's defensive or offensive execution. Tonight is that night.
Coach, how much does accord you an opportunity to look at Washington? Randy Whitman said at the end of last year when they lost to Atlanta in the second round, there were some things he wanted to change, and it looks like they're playing kind of faster and smaller this year. How good a test will that be for you, and also to get a look at them?
Tonight's a great test for our transition defense. John Wall is one of the best in the league at pushing the ball on makes and misses. Gortat is one of the best runners in the league. So if we don't have our track shoes on the raise of our shots, we're going to be in trouble. So that's a great test for us. They want to play faster. They're trying to have their 4 men to shoot more threes. Their 4 men are averaging more threes than Bill and some of their wing guys. So it's going to be a challenge for us to make sure we take care of the paint first and get out to their 3-point shooters.
Come through the preseason, knock on wood, pretty healthy. How important has that been for you to get everybody out there?
For us, that's just as important. We didn't overextend anybody. Kyle got some good runs in the first couple of games, didn't get overextended in the last few, so that's really important. But like you said, most of all, the most important, knock on wood, we came through it injury-free, so make sure we get through tonight, because next week is when it's most important. But again, Doug, it's a fine line you dance of getting better, improving, working, getting your work in, and staying healthy.
Let's say healthy would be the most significant thing in a preseason.
No question, no question. Staying healthy is the most important. But with a new group coming in, also too, getting that familiarity with each other, the communication system that we have on both ends of the floor is most important too.
You guys had a hot start last season, as we all know. This season, obviously, you'd like to probably replicate the same thing, and as you said, that health is probably very important. What is it you want to do different this year to make sure that you keep the momentum going?
Well, to this year, the schedule is going to be more difficult than it was last year. Starting out, we got to take care of the road, make sure we have the same execution and toughness on the road. So, wins and losses, I don't know what it's going to be like in the first part of the year. I know we're going to be gearing toward getting better. We got a tough road ahead of us in the first part of the schedule. So getting off to a good start, key thing is executing offensively, improving our defense is the most important thing in the first few. And of course, we want to win, and it's always important. But we're not going to panic if things look a little shaky at the beginning, the first couple of games on the road at the start of the season. Because again, you're not going to win them all, but we want to be gearing toward getting better each and every time we walk on the floor.